Welcome to a Prevent Connect podcast, where we explore the prevention of violence against women. This is a project of the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault.
Hello everyone, I'm Meghna Bhatt from Prevent Connect today. Today we will be talking to our guest Susan Sullivan from the National Sexual Violence Resource Center about this year's theme for the Sexual Assault Awareness Month and the accompanying activities and the potential impact. Hi Susan, how are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So it would be great to start and give us an idea about this year's theme for the Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year's theme is engaging new voices. So this is what we hope will provide an exciting opportunity to broaden our reach and engage the greater community in prevention efforts.
Okay, great. So what kind of dialogues do you hope to come out of engaging these new voices or inviting new stakeholders to the table?
Absolutely. Yeah, this theme builds on the idea that we're stronger together and that new partners and community members are needed to expand sexual assault prevention efforts and help the next generation foster attitudes that promote healthy relationships, equality, and respect. And it also highlights the idea that we all have a role to play in sexual assault prevention.
Absolutely, that's a good point. And I think, as you mentioned, it's an important point to remember is engaging new voices. That's what's going to be helpful to change these attitudes and the cultural norms that condone and reinforce sexual violence. And yes, it's important to recognize that, as you mentioned. So what kind of resources and tools are you offering for this year to make this social change possible?
Yeah, so we have our Sexual Assault Awareness Month Action Kit. So here's a copy of it, and everything inside. We have a campaign overview with different links to like how to get involved. We have our little sticker, so you can grab one of these. We have examples of postcards that are associated with this campaign, and we have a poster that's English on the front, Spanish on the back, so however you want to put it up. Let's see if I can. So it highlights the campaign's theme, which is use your voice to change the culture. So this is just one of the tools that we have, and this is available. You can get a hard copy of the action kit, or you can download the PDF version instantly on our website. And so that's the main resource, and that should really lead you to the rest of the resources that I'm going to mention. Some of our other resources for this year's campaign are our postcards. So for each of our new voices that we're hoping to engage, we've created a postcard. So some of those new voices include parents. So we have a postcard here that is for parents of young children. We have the back side is for parents with teenagers. We have things that faith leaders can do to help survivors and to promote healthy relationships within their congregation. We have a postcard for coaches for how they can promote healthy attitudes on their team. And then for just a general audience, I'm missing one of them. We also have a postcard for Greek life. But, yeah. And then we have a postcard for community members. So this is just about promoting healthy relationships and addressing any sort of victim-blaming comments, things like that they see online, how to take action there. And then lastly, we have a postcard for if you know a survivor, if you are a survivor, just with some positive messages on the back. So this kind of goes along with the action kit. Some of the postcards come with the action kit, but the rest are all available for download on our website or for purchase in our store if you wanted them printed on like the cardstock.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like the fact that those resources are, tailored to all the new voices that you're included, in this whole prevention towards sexual violence, initiative, which
Absolutely.
is very important, I think.
Yeah, so that's our first main resource is the action kit and the postcards, but we also have, let's see here. Well, we have a couple different toolkits. The first one that I want to talk about is the media outreach packet. So this, I think, is a really exciting resource because it can be used as a template and guide to tailor or bolster your organization's unique SAAM efforts. So this packet's to help you drive local media interest in your SAAM campaign, to help raise awareness and promote prevention. So the packet has some pretty cool features inside. It has a sample press release, a sample e-blast, email different news hooks, key messages, talking points, media outreach 101, tips for talking to reporters. So like anything that you would want to help bolster your SAM efforts is in the media outreach packet, which is available on our SAM website. And then just some other helpful toolkits that we have. We have a social media toolkit. So, of course, we have sample posts in that. We talk about the SAM hashtag. We have links to share graphics that you can use with the campaign. And then two other resources worth mentioning is our event planning guide. So if you're wanting to choose a SAM event to have in your community, this takes you through the gamut of all the different things you could do. And then we also have a campaign planning guide. So if you're just getting started, turn to the campaign planning guide for like how to have your own community SAM event.
That's perfect. That's really, exciting and excellent. So could you please tell us more about like the campaign planning guide, basically how you envision public education campaigns to be effective in, shifting the culture. And it's one of those resources that can be catered to, any community kind of thing. So.
Absolutely. So one of the main requests that we get through email is folks asking, how can I plan a SAM event in my community? What would be the best, use of my time there? And we lead them to the campaign planning guide because this is really a guide walking individuals through creating their own campaign that's going to best fit in their community. So it helps them identify their audience, identify their objective, identify their messaging and strategies, and then also takes them through evaluating their campaign and assessing, for next year. So it's a great resource if you're just starting out, or maybe if, you want to think through some of the different, objectives of your campaign. And that's all available online as well.
Thank you for explaining all these resources. We will also be posting these toolkits and resources through our social media, so our member agencies and partner organizations are able to share it with their communities. The other thing which kind of caught my eye was the Instagram contest, and that sounds fascinating. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, I have our 30 Days of SAM Instagram contest prompt list right here. So this is a pretty neat contest that we do every year. Folks really get engaged with it. And basically, it's every day of April. There's a little prompt. For instance, April 1st is something teal. April 10th is print color, create your SAM coloring page. And we do have SAM coloring pages this year again. So we have these available online as well. But the Instagram contest is just a way to get, either groups or individuals engaged. Every week, at the end of the week, we choose a winner for, who we feel best responded to the prompt. And we have all sorts of SAM swag that we'll, send out. Some things like, we have t-shirts this year, so SAM t-shirts, Believe Survivors Change the Culture. We have little magnets. Tattoos, stickers, all sorts of fun things. So it's a great way to, get involved in Sexual Assault Awareness Month and also to win some prizes while you're at it.
That's exciting. Thank you. I agree with you. I think I believe to build this movement to, end sexual violence, it's important that we all participate in these dialogues, kind of take baby steps and, have these discussions with our friends and families to promote the safe, positive, at the same time, a trauma-focused and a culture against sexual violence. I know I will be definitely participating in the Instagram and will be discussing it with my circle of friends and family members. And it's good to know that these are some of the great ways how people and, the community can participate and get involved with SAM activities.
Absolutely.
So one of the other important questions in the month of April every year, the movement against sexual violence and the work we all do receives a lot of attention in this 1 month of April throughout the whole year. So one question and that a lot of preventionists are interested to know is what can be done to continue this momentum after April?
Yeah, I think with the attention that April sees is a great way to, forge some of those new partnerships, reach out to different organizations and to help individuals see their role in preventing sexual assault. And, if you arm them with, the resources they need and the knowledge that they need to go forward, they can promote healthy relationships, equality, and respect throughout the year, which is what we'd really like to see. So just using the momentum of April to carry on throughout the year.
Absolutely. That's an important point, is like to kind of use that as a platform to continue in these dialogues and, creating social change.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much once again, Susan. This was a wonderful discussion we had, and I hope our, our communities kind of get engaged in this month of SAAM and also continue building this momentum to prevent sexual violence. So thank you so much again for your time to discuss with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we are all excited about the activities and resources in store for us. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you for listening to this Prevent Connect podcast. Prevent Connect is a project of the California Coalition Against Sexual Assault, with funding from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The views presented on Prevent Connect are not necessarily the views of the United States government, the CDC, or CalCASA. To learn more about Prevent Connect, visit www.preventconnect.org. For more information about CalCASA's mission, or to show your support, visit calcasa.org. That's CalCasa.org.